Welcome, boys and ghouls. It's a time for the Tom the Chosen One TomCast Halloweenie celebration. Or if it comes out when I think this thing is going to come out in the middle of November celebration. But anyway, I am once again joined by my good friends and my fellow co-hosts, Andrew and good old Waves. How you fellas doing today?
Sorry, just trying to hold in. I was trying to hold in a laugh because of that.
I'm a witch. I'm gonna curse you.
Oh, that was good. That was pretty solid entry right there. I don't know how I could follow up with that.
No, I screwed up. I said boys and ghouls instead of boils and ghouls.
Boils and ghouls. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I have a little bit of a cough, but I'm sure it won't appear in the recording at all. So we'll manage.
Yeah, that's fine.
How about yourself, Wade?
I'm good. I'm doing good. You know, as steady as I can be.
Well, that's not too bad. Right now, currently, it's just normal. Well, here over in Italy, in the Valpadana, it is just normal rainy season, as it should be this time of year. But I frequently look on my phone to see what the temperature is back, not home. And currently right now where Andrew is, it is -10 with snow. So I'm very, very glad I don't live there, except for right now in this moment, because it's like 2:40 in the morning when we have to record these things. On a Wednesday.
There's a few benefits for living here, but the environment certainly isn't one of them.
Yeah, for sure. Waves, what's the weather like on your end?
Rain. A whole lot of rain right now.
Damn.
Kind of not as cold as it normally is. It's been a really warm October. But
Yeah.
It's starting to cool off after this storm moves through, but it's still got another day or so.
Yeah, it's the same here. It's like 2 weeks ago, it was like 30 degrees. And I'm like, this is stupid. It's like, it's October. It needs to cool down. And then it cooled down. Now it's raining. And it's like, oh, okay, this is fine. I can live with this. But, you know, I guess like none of these places, except for, I don't know, maybe like the northeastern United States, is proper Halloweeny weather. Where, I don't know, you have falling, crackling leaves that everybody rounds up into garbage bags that just look like pumpkins or other things or ghosts. And
they're fun.
It's that season again. It's the Halloweeny season, and I'm not sure about you fellas, but I quite enjoy the Halloweeny season. It's just a great time all around, but I don't know. What do you guys think of Halloweeny season? Do you guys?
It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I probably have autism, all things considered. And
join the club.
And like one thing that really fucking triggers me is skeletons. I fucking love them. I just love them in any capacity. I think they just look cool. So Halloween like really flares me up. I have like these plates I just bought from fucking Sur La Table that have fucking skeletons on them because I was fucking freaking out internally.
What do skeletons have for dinner?
Don't say it.
Don't
say it.
Bone meal.
I knew it, you bastard.
I thought of that. It's like, oh, the skeletons on the plates, and I'm like, oh my god, it's time for a bone meal joke.
I'm gonna force feed you bone hurting juice for that.
Yeah. No, skeletons are fun. Skeletons are just like, they're supposed to be like, yeah, this symbol of impending doom and death, but you look at them, and I always think of that one like skeleton that's burnt to a crisp on like that electronic wheelchair.
Oh,
it's like spinning around. I always think of that video, and it's like, man, there's these goofy little guys inside of us. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think they look really, really neat.
They're really neat. They all sound like that.
Yeah. They all are related to Skeletor in some way, shape, or form. And all of them dance around to spooky, scary skeletons. It's actually a requirement of a skeleton to dance to that at some point in there. lifespan. I don't know.
Yeah. They it's like that Fleischer cartoon or whatever, where with the skeletons and they dance and they do that like sweep thing. But Andrew, what do you think of the Halloweenie season?
Oh yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly with you guys. This season of Halloween is one. Honestly, fall in general is great. The changing of the leaves to the lovely shades of red, the yellows, oranges, then falling down. Unfortunately, that means they will eventually brown and turn into mush, but you know, it's something you got to live with. And then I think just the general vibe of Halloween in general. Ugh, hate that word, vibe. But you know, the feeling of or just the fun that comes with it. Up until it was upended by advent calendars appearing in stores. Way out of line, but
advent calendars showing up in July.
Way too early.
Yeah, that's
it's getting earlier every year.
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, they gotta sell that stuff. They gotta butcher our wonderful religion. But
yeah.
Halloweenie. I will be very. If you know me, you know me. And like I love the Halloweenie season, and it's one of those where like, whenever they say it's like, oh, what's your favorite time of the year? And I almost always usually say like Christmas, because I do love Christmas. I love hanging out with friends and family and things like that. But it was like pointed out to me by a good friend of mine here. They're saying that it's like, you might like Christmas, but you prepare and you anticipate like Halloweenie in October way more than you do Christmas. And I never really thought about it that way, but it's super true. It's like when Christmas rolls around, it's like, oh, it's great. I get to see, you know, the family. I get to see my dad. I get to, you know, all those things. Oh, that's wonderful. But it's not like I'm going to watch a horror movie every single day in October. I'm going to play horror games. I'm going to surround myself in the spoopies and the spookies. And things like that. And it's like, I don't do that with Christmas. I don't like watch Christmas movies endlessly. I certainly don't convene with people who are like, yeah, my favorite Christmas movie is it's Die Hard. And I'm like, yeah, how about you Die Hard? How about you go kill yourself? Which is funny because it's like, my opinion has always been that it's like, oh, you want a great Christmas movie that's like, I guess not the standard or whatever. Like basically, you know, they say like Die Hard is a Christmas movie. My choice is always Gremlins. Why? Because Gremlins is actually about Christmas. It actually takes place around Christmas, and it's actually part of the story. Oh yeah. Instead of Die Hard, it just happens to take place on Christmas, and it has like no relation to the plot of the story. It doesn't have any actual
bearing on the actual plot of the story.
No,
you could have had that happen during Easter, and nothing would have changed.
No, you don't have like, I don't know, like Hans Gruber, I think, is the big baddie. You don't see him like singing carols with a bunch of gremlins or his goons. Yeah, but anyway, that's for, I don't know, the Christmas special. That'll
be the Christmas special. Yeah.
No. Well,
but I think you are right. I think there is a little bit more of a concerted effort into planning and prepping for Halloween, more so than Christmas. Because I think at this point, Christmas just becomes kind of automatic in terms of what you expect, in terms of decor and events and festivities. But Halloween typically has like different sorts of parties that go into it.
Yeah, like the only, I guess in parties and stuff like that, the only real like Christmas parties I ever really think of are they're like usually work related ones. Yeah. Whereas, yeah, like it's like the work Christmas party and stuff like that. But for Halloween, yeah, it's like everybody's got, especially like, man, when it was like back in college days or whatever, there was like 30 damn billion like Halloween parties going on everywhere.
Costume parties, murder mysteries. Oh, I love those.
Yeah, that's true.
Those usually crop up around Halloween as well.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are goofy. But anyway, but yeah, this is it's the well, right now as of recording, it's the 26th, so it's prime Halloweenie time and season.
Yeah, we're close enough. Ooh.
And Ooh. When this releases in November, it's just early Halloween.
That's right.
Early Halloween 2024. But anyways, in this panel, in this episode, we get a couple of Halloweeny related little topics we got on hand. And it's nothing too crazy, nothing. Usually we talk about games and that sort of stuff. So it's always nice when these not specifically game related ones show up. Not that we can't talk about games or whatever, but for
we probably will. We usually
usually
segue.
Yeah, we'll have a segue, yeah, or a tangent, but especially with this first one, because it's like a first topic here that we're gonna have is our favorite Halloweeny movies and specials. And there's many different aspects to Halloween, but I will be especially now in, I don't know, my growing geezerhood, adulthood. The one I partake in the most is probably, the indulgence in Halloweeny media. So especially movies, sometimes specials and stuff like that, but and especially games, for sure. Well, and it's kind of one of those where like my answer's kind of usually always the least interesting, because I just enjoy these things all year round, regardless. So, but anyways, we'll open it up to Waves here. You got any specific, I don't know, Halloweeny movies or specials or any Halloweeny media that you just love to enjoy in this Halloweeny season?
Okay, hold on. Before we, sorry, I didn't mean to cut it in. Before we go in there, we probably should like define like what do we mean by Halloweeny movies? We're talking like movies where Halloween plays an integral part of the plot. Like are we saying just how horror movies, or just
like
movies where Halloween takes place,
you watch, like...
or just spook? Oh yeah, exactly.
It could be, yeah, it could be either. It could be like, man, there's this Halloweeny movie that takes place on Halloween. That sort of stuff that you really like, or just stuff that like you really like to watch or enjoy this season.
Oh, okay.
So it could be, yeah, any sort of thing. So like I got one choice here that upon a list of many things, but I'll talk about when I get to it. So Waves, will open it up to you. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of Scooby-Doo, so I like to start rewatching like Scooby-Doo stuff around Halloween. I love Scooby-Doo so much.
It's funny because like I was actually kind of like running a thing in my head, and one of the ones that I was thinking of was the Scooby-Doo like Zombie Island one.
Oh,
that movie. That movie's so damn good.
Oh,
that movie's great. That movie's super great. It's been a couple years since I've last seen it, but it's
it's been a while for me too.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But no, that's a really good one.
Not terribly long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it you saw it recently?
Probably been close to a year by now.
Oh, yeah, probably a lot longer than me for sure. So I remember the last time I saw it was probably on like a Halloween block on a children's program, Teletoon, which is just the Canadian version of Cartoon Network for the longest time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably like the last time I see it was like quite a few years ago. I want to say like more like 5 or 6 years ago, but that's always one that's just like, if it was on TV, it's like put it in. I used to have a VHS of it somewhere. I know, I really like that one growing up. We'll move on. Andrew, what do you got for us?
Oh boy, I don't know. Absolute favorite. That's a tough one because there's a few I could think of that
doesn't have to be your absolute favorite. Like, I'm not gonna say it's some of my favorites because I got a bunch.
Oh, okay.
I got a bunch.
Well, like one I saw recently and it still brings a smile to my face is Monster House.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Monster House. I love Monster House.
Fantastic movie.
Oh my gosh, especially with Chowder and how much of a freaking dork he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
The in your face disgrace just to get pelted with the fucking basketball.
Yeah. I love that guy. That guys like me.
Yes.
Always.
You.
It's like this is awful. I won't be able to find it for this episode, so I'm sorry to the video enjoyers because I likely won't have it unless I do, which then I'll show it up. But I always think there was like this ancient like webum of that where he's like dribbling the basketball, and it's like it's got like a super compressed version of like the San Andreas theme like playing.
Yeah, I think I know
And
what
it's just that like looping over and over like just him dribbling the basketball at like 240p.
Yeah.
I used to have that on my phone. Like, it's like, oh yeah, like a couple years back. Yeah, more probably like 5 or 6 years back. But if I find that webum, I'll post it again because it's wonderful. That always, I always think that about Monster House. No, that movie's great. That movie's great. It's a great.
So yeah, so I'll watch that one around Halloween. Then I'll sometimes rewatch some of the older Casper movies as well. There's the one where they had the one girl who played Wednesday in the Addams Family film.
Oh yeah.
I think it's literally just called Casper.
I think so. Yeah, it was like from the 90s or something like that.
Yeah.
It's been
Who played the dad? I don't remember who played the dad. Oh, I gotta find this because I know he's a big actor.
Yeah, it's like Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's like one that's there, but it's like I haven't seen that one in a super long time. That's always always a fun one.
That's a good one. Yeah, 95. Christina Ricci, who played the girl, and then Bill Pullman. That's right, Bill Pullman was the dad.
Oh my god.
So Mr. President of the United States. After he won his Independence Day, he decided to go to a spooky mansion and do that.
Yeah. You know what's a messed up like movie that I enjoy all the damn time, but I also enjoy around the Halloweenie season with Bill Pullman. You and I, we watched it last year.
Oh my god,
before.
no.
Yeah. Lost Highway.
What's that?
Oh,
don't even ask.
Oh boy. It's a David Lynch film. It's probably my favorite David Lynch film. Where
I can see why. It makes no fucking sense.
It makes a lot of sense if you've seen it like 15 times like I have.
I see.
If your IQ's high enough,
if I watch it 14 more times, then my mind will finally expand enough to actually.
Yeah.
My third eye will open.
Yeah. Well, don't let that mind hit you on the door on the way out.
Yeah. Well, it's like, like most of the time, the stuff that we watch is like, oh, okay, yeah, a little bit on the weird side, but at least I could follow the plot and I can see all the merits, and I had a good time. This one, it was you, myself, and Mike. We were at the
and Wiggers,
that one theater, and Wiggers. Yeah, we were at that one theater in Edmonton.
Yeah,
and I just walked out. Yeah, and I walked out, and you asked me what I thought, and I just remember saying, "What the fuck did we watch?" I do not understand what the fuck we watched. Yeah,
that's like everybody's. But man, I love that movie for a variety of reasons because that movie's so like ethereal. It's like you just like watch it and it like happens. I love that like first part when they're like in the house and there's like these pitch black like shadows that just swallow like the hallways and rooms
and you think I believed wholeheartedly that someone was gonna go someone's gonna go through in the hallways and do the murder because it starts off as a murder mystery and then it just goes hog wild. So I thought for sure you would see like the murderer. Of course the characters wouldn't see it, but we the audience would, and it just doesn't happen. And it just lingers on these hallway scenes. And I still don't get why it was lingering on those scenes. Nothing happened.
Oh, well, I mean, things happened. Things happened that lead to the events of that movie. So I mean, like what I'm trying to say is the plot did indeed happen in that movie. No,
I was lost.
That movie's also great because like I love the soundtrack for that movie. David Lynch's like soundtracks for his films are always like super wildly different.
Oh yeah.
And in that year, he listened to like a lot of like rock and metal. So there's like Marilyn Manson in it. There's some Nine Inch Nails.
There was Rammstein
Yeah,
towards the
Rammstein.
end. It opens up with
This is
David
great.
Bowie.
Yeah, David
musically
Bowie.
it was great, but like for me, it was Lost Highway. It was an emphasis on the lost.
Yeah, you could say I'm deranged.
Yeah,
That's how you feel. I don't know. Man, I love that movie. That movie's great. But to pick one I really, really love, you know, to watch around the Halloweenie season is like basically like all of John Carpenter's discography. Or not discography. Well, I mean his discography now, because he just makes a bunch of music.
Yeah.
But a lot of his movies I love to watch in Halloween, like Halloween, for instance, which is the obvious pick.
You kind of have to. It's eponymous at this point.
That's a great one.
Right.
But there's like his film The Fog is like a really specific, like wonderful Halloween pick that I like to watch, like because I'm a freak and I have my crap set up perfectly. So like when I watch stuff like in my bed or whatever, it has access to like the media on my computer. So what I like to do, especially around this time, like when I wake up and it's the morning, I like to watch like The Fog, because it's such a like very chill Halloween movie. It's not super gory, it's not like super violent, but it's very like watching just like the fog creep in. And around here, around this time, and pretty much till like from now till the end of winter, it's basically like Silent Hill around here, where it's just like encroaching, swallowing like fog.
Okay, I see.
And so like, yeah, I sit up there, I like don't have the windows open, but I have like the covers for the windows open so I could see into the town, and it's just all fogged up. And then I sit there and I just watch the fog, have John Carpenter's little synth music kick in. It's like, man, this is wonderful. This is so cozy. Sitting there in the blanket, just wonderful. I love that movie.
Then the supernatural revenants or whatever start clawing at your doors and windows.
Yeah, the not a pirate ship, but it's like, yeah, the ghosts and zombies of a ship went down and came all the way through. Yeah, they came all the way from either the Adriatic or the Tyrrhenian Sea, went through the Apennines, or went through the entire Valpadana to come to my house specifically.
Exactly.
To ruin my day. So, no. And that's like one pick I really enjoy. I always enjoy watching that, on top of like a million other Halloweeny things. Waves, you got another pick for us?
I mean, like you said, Halloween.
Oh yeah.
That's obviously the obvious pick. That's another one of the first horror movies I ever saw. So that one always holds a special place in my heart.
That one's always fun. They always show that, like on. Funny, I was gonna ask. It's like, I don't know if you have it, but there's a channel called AMC, and I'm like, oh wait, no, that's an American channel. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, AMC always plays that like on Halloween, but which I mean is very fitting. But that's a great one.
Yeah.
I love that movie because it's like, oh, it's supposed to take place in Illinois, but then you can see in the background in a lot of shots there's like palm trees in that, because they shot it in California. So it's like, There's also like one of my favorite shots is like near the beginning of the movie, and it's like around it's like when Laurie Strode and her friend are like walking on the sidewalk, and they see like Michael Myers like kind of down, and then he like moves into the bushes and that. There's like one shot where it's like looking at them. It's like Laurie Strode and the other chick, and then there's like the big like bush or like hedge or whatever. I love that shot because like John Carpenter is basically like right beside the camera, and he's like just smoking up a storm, so you can actually see like the smoke like blow into the shot. Like I love that shot.
For real.
Oh, it makes me like, oh boy, I love that geezer, John Carpenter. It's funny because he's so like disenfranchised with Hollywood and all that. So like every time, that's why there's always like a million like remakes for Halloween, because he just doesn't care. He's like, every time they want to make a Halloween movie, I just hold out my hand and a check falls down on it. So it's
I can believe it. I think they recently interviewed him again, like asking, "Oh, how did you become the master of horror?" And he's like, "I didn't become the master of anything. I just want to play video games and be left alone."
Yeah, I love John Carter. Yeah, that's exactly it. He's like, I want to make music with my son and play Xbox all day. And it's wonderful.
He's just our guy.
And yeah, like I have him on Twitter, and it's just like every so often, it's like him talking about like Dead Space or some other horror game. He almost like was gonna come back 10 or so years ago or whatever, because like they wanted to make a Dead Space movie and they wanted him to direct it, and was actually kind of interested. And then he's like, nah, I'd rather sit at home, play Xbox, and smoke cigarettes all day. And I'm like, that is. You know, for what you've done for film, yeah, you could do that. That's a perfect way to take it easy. That old geezer, I love that guy.
The goat.
The goat.
Yeah. The goat. Yeah. The goat. Andrew, you got another one?
This one will probably out me as being basic if all the other previous episodes haven't already, but Hocus Pocus.
Oh, that's that's the one that's like on somebody's TV in the back every Halloween.
Yeah. We're literally like we were that family. We still are that family now.
No. There's it pretty much any. Oh yeah, like pretty much any family or whatever that had like maybe younger kids or like just even kids, teens or whatever, they always had Hocus Pocus in the back. And honestly, like it's a fun movie. Fun movie to put on in the back while like you're watching while you're handing candy.
Yeah, that's literally it.
that's a fun movie to watch, because it's like one of those where it's like, you know. Nobody, granted, this is Italy, so nobody's trick-or-treating, sadly, I wish. Because I do like it, but yeah, it's not like, you know, nobody would like to go to trick-or-treat to Tom's house, and it's like, yeah, some Italian giallo movie where it's like, just people screaming and dying.
Well, it's an Italian film, so I'd still feel at home, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, yeah. A lot of kids shouldn't be watching giallo movies. It's funny because, like, unless you're like, you really, really like film, if you tell people that you like giallo movies, like you like Dario Argento or Sergio Martino or Sergio Corbucci, that sort of things, they like look at you like with a weird face. They look at you, it's like, who's this kind of freak sex pervert?
Now is that in Italy? Because if you say those names here in Canada, Italy, fucking no one will know what you're saying. Nobody will know. Talking about. Nobody
know. Maybe like if you're a film guy, you might know who Dario Argento is. Which I mean, if you say you're a film guy and you don't know who he is, it kind of like shake my finger at you, wag my finger at you.
Finger wag.
Yeah. Yeah, but here in Italy, they're like, oh yeah, you're one of those guys. You like movies. And I'm like, because it's like a lot of normal people here in Italy, like they like, you know, you tell them what kind of movies you like, and you're always kind of like, man, I hope they like some Italian movies that I like, and they're like, oh yeah, I like Marvel. They like Hollywood movies, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. But no, but then you get some film guys, and yeah, they like everything. Like, yeah, I know quite a few people that are in the University of Bologna for film, and so yeah, they always, and Bologna itself is a great film city. So
is that where you watched those film festivals?
Yeah, that's where I watched. In the summer, I saw a screening of Ocean's, the original Ocean's 11, followed by Goodfellas, in the Piazza Maggiore in Bologna. And Goodfellas was introduced by Martin Scorsese himself. or as they introduced him in Italian, and he knows like no Italian, he just speaks English anyways. Yeah. Il direttore il Reggio Martino Scorsese.
He was like, what? What'd they call me?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, hello everybody, welcome to my movie. And it's just like, man, what a nice little like old geezer Italian American man.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful. Great to, even though I was like, you know, in a crowd of a bunch of people, it wasn't anything intimate, but it was like, man, it's great to see one of these guys in the flesh.
Yeah, no, that would be pretty cool.
No. Which I guess like his new movie's coming around. Is like, I think it's in theaters now. But
the one with
suffering
DiCaprio?
No, yeah. Yeah, you might have to be a bit more specific than that.
Leonardo.
Yeah, the Scorsese movie, you know,
with
DiCaprio.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
All right. Hold on. Killers of the Flower Moon. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Don't get smart with me.
Well, it's like he's done The Departed, he's done Shutter Island, he's done like this movie.
Yeah.
Probably done another one that I can't remember. But yeah. But no, good old Martino Scorsese. Man, going on to me. Man, this is gonna be like a really terrible one. I always think about it because like I was thinking about it the other day and it made me laugh so hard. And this was like after my time, but because this is like a 90s show, and so like people like I know that are older than me, they watched it growing up and they know this episode. But this episode is infamous, but like the show Family Matters.
Okay.
AKA the Steve Urkel show.
Yeah.
With Steve Urkel, and there is the Halloweenie Special where he makes like robot Steve Urkel, and I get shocked by lightning, and he's like an evil robot Steve Urkel. You've probably seen like the images of it out there. That's like a Halloweenie Special. And I guess yeah, like lots of shows like that had Halloweenie specials. And another one that's like also kind of like before my time, like Roseanne. Yeah, like that one. That one, or damn, A Home Improvement. That's another one that always had like Halloween specials. That one. Those two shows always had like a bunch of Halloween episodes, but they were also like before my time. So it's like I kind of just really I know them in passing,
right?
But I know if I talk to like if I talk to Brian or like somebody who's quite a bit older, then yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when Steve Urkel made a robot of himself and it was evil. And I'm like, yeah.
It's just a normal thing to say.
Like, yeah. And then if I talk to somebody my age and it's like, hey, remember when Steve Urkel did this? Or it's like, hey, remember in the Cosby Show when this happens? And then random person my age will be like, didn't he rape people?
Yeah, literally it. That's
like,
all.
Oh yeah, that's like, oh yeah, okay, never mind.
And to be fair, it's quite the stain on your career, but yeah,
it's true.
Absolutely, absolutely nothing else.
I wouldn't say it's lost profits bad, but yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And if like I take it like you guys don't know like the Lost Prophets, like the band Lost Prophets.
Oh, I know of them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one of these days, search up what their lead singer did.
I don't know if I want to.
It's pretty bad.
That's ominous.
It's pretty bad. People that know what you know. But oh boy. Well, yeah, that's a cool. We got a cool couple shows, couple movies in here.
Oh, you know, we could probably go for days to those if we really stopped to talk about it.
Yeah, that's like, it's like, oh, okay, let me talk about every horror movie ever made.
Yeah, every horror movie ever made, every movie that's tangentially spooky. Yeah.
Or even about Halloween. It's like Goosebumps. Yeah. We're talking about Goosebumps all day. Like that.
I love
that
Goosebumps, man.
Like, not even that, but also like the show itself. Like the Goosebumps theme is like that's Halloweenie.
Oh yes.
That's Halloweenie, especially.
Oh my gosh. The episode the teacher monster is still burned in my mind.
Yeah.
That genuinely scared me as a kid.
The one with like the zombie thing in the pool. That one's good too. That one's good. No. That also reminds me. The Goosebumps theme always reminds me of like Mandalore's like Halloweenie videos.
Oh yeah, because he typically has that.
Yeah,
playing
he
in
always
his...
puts them at the beginning. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, we should move on to our second topic here.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're a Halloweenie episode.
Yeah, because we're in the Halloweenie episode. Well, we are talking about Halloweenie. It's all tangentially Halloween.
Oh yeah.
But now we're going into the meat and potatoes of Halloweenie, which is trick-or-treating. And our second topic here is some of our favorite Halloween candy. And as well, because we love to get there, the worst Halloween candy. And I don't want to hear people say, well, apples with razors in it. And I'm like, one, didn't actually happen.
No, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I have to stop this for a brief second. I have to derail this again. How the heck did that urban myth ever come into being? Like, genuinely. The whole razors and candy and apples thing. Who came up with that shit?
That was like, if I recall, it basically was like kind of like a very, very, very like niche rumor that I'm pretty sure some TV network or something, probably like during the 80s or something like that, picked it up, or like some radio show picked it up, and then it like popularized it, and then people going, oh wait, you can do that? Probably like a few people did that, and then it became like the scare that it was. Like, you know, like the same with the Satanic Panic in like the 80s and that.
Oh, fair enough.
Where it was like, it was probably like nobody, and then like they talked about it and they said it was a thing, and then somebody eventually probably just murdered somebody for like Satan, and then it became like a real big thing. But and that's what I suspected about it.
The
but
whole
it's kind of like
prophecy sort of deal.
Yeah, probably in that regard. But my the part that was always like outlandish to me was like, who the hell would give you an apple for Halloween? Like,
you might be surprised.
But
that should be the red flag right there. Is someone's giving you a fucking apple?
Yeah, somebody's giving it. And I got a tangentially kind of related one to that I'll have under worst, but we'll go. Waves, what's your favorite candy? What was the best candy to get?
Oh gosh, this is hard because I really just like anything with chocolate in it.
Yeah, honestly though.
Yeah.
I love chocolate.
Yeah.
But like, I love getting like Three Musketeers.
Ooh.
That shit fucking rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Don't mind a nice Snickers or a Crunch Bar. Crunch bars are underrated.
Don't snooze on Crunch Bars. Those are solid.
Yeah.
Twix, you can't go wrong. Like anything with chocolate, just amazing.
Yeah, those are all pretty good picks. I like chocolate, but yeah, like I think one I'm gonna go here, and it's like some people hate it, and I have like no idea why they hate it. It's super, super common. It's not like a rare candy you get on a Halloween, but I actually really, really like Tootsie Rolls.
Really?
Tootsie Rolls fucking rock. I love Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls are great. Tootsie Pops are pretty damn good too.
What are they?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like
chocolate.
I think it's supposed to be chocolate.
It's like a chocolatey taffy.
Yeah.
Like a really tough taffy, but yeah.
Yeah. Then I know another one that's like kind of universally hated, and I don't really know why, is like candy corn.
I don't get that either. I like candy corn.
I like candy corn, yeah.
Like, it's not like, you know, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's like,
no, it's literally just like sugar congealed into this corn kernel shape. So I don't understand why people despise it so much.
Yeah. because like it's so common and stuff like that.
Oh,
but
maybe.
Andrew, what do you got?
Ooh,
What do you got for us?
ooh, I always loved getting like Wonder Bars,
Oh, yeah.
and Reese cups in
Oh,
my
man,
goodie
Reese
bag.
cups, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Reese cups were probably my favorite thing to get, and I would always trade with my brothers for those.
Like the peanut butter chocolate cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reese's cups. Yeah.
Or yeah, like some people in the United States, they call it Reese's. And I'm like, shut up! It's like you degenerate.
I say Reese's.
Freaking caveman, Reese's. And that was like in Montana, actually, in the mall in you weren't there, but in the mall there's like a Dairy Queen in there, and I asked for like a Reese's like Blizzard one time.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your Reese's Blizzard. And I was like,
what?
I was like, that gave me like a gut reaction, like fight or flight instinct response.
Yeah.
This is nasty.
All right.
Another
thing-
going away from the. Or go
sorry,
ahead.
no. Oh, did you want another tangent? I had one more thing, and I had to. All right. So, Waves, you're down in the States, right? Okay. When
Yeah.
I say Smarties, what do you picture?
It's like they come in like a little tube, kind of like of wrapped candy. They're like little pellets,
okay.
circular pellets.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah.
So I learned this recently, that Smarties for between Americans and those of us in the Commonwealth are completely different things. See,
Yeah.
Smarties for you, we call those little candies rockets. And for us, Smarties are little chocolates that are similar to M&Ms. They're their competition.
They're like
they're
lamer
sweeter.
M&Ms.
How are they sweeter than M&Ms?
No,
Well,
they're
That's just-
worse than M&Ms. Wait, like Andrew might have his
No,
own
I know,
opinion
I
on
say that
Smarties,
as a bad thing.
oh yeah, no, I'm a Smarties guy. I love Smarties.
but like, man, Smarties is one of those, like, if I saw that in the bag quite often, I'd be like, come on, man, really?
Oh, well, then I would gladly
Smarties?
snag those off you. I would
Yeah, you'd
gladly
probably
take
snag
those from
them.
you. I love them. But here, I'll
Yeah.
send a picture in the chat. These are what we think of when we say Smarties. It's similar to M&Ms. It's not like those It's not like those candies
Yeah.
in the tube wrapper that you're thinking of. It's a
Yeah.
chocolate candy. Here. Here's
No,
a
they're like
box of this stuff.
yeah, they're like kind of like more kind of oval shaped. They're more flatter. They're not quite as round as like M&Ms.
Huh.
They also melt in your hand.
Yeah, that's true.
And
They don't
They're
hold
at least they're
like
they
M&Ms.
release their their red number 5 dye all over your hands.
Yeah, and then we call
stuff.
those things that you call Smarties rockets, and I learned this over the summer, and I thought it was just the strangest thing, and I just had to ask you just to confirm, to make sure it wasn't a whole one-off thing. But yeah, these rockets, these are what you think of for
Yeah.
Smarties, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are Smarties in the
Yeah.
U.S.
Yeah, no, that's kind of wild. That's goofy. Rockets aren't bad. They're kind of lame, but I like them. You just like, you
Ever
open the whole
sh-
damn thing and you just shove it in your mouth. Like
You ever snort them?
I
I'm serious. Did you guys ever snort
think
them?
all of us have done that at least once.
Like, yeah, we've
I
tried it,
did
but
it.
like,
It never works, but you try.
You can do it. You crush it up into a powder and you take a little dollar bill or something and you do a bomb.
Oh, you went all in. See, I was a
oh, with
stupid
the dollar
kid.
bill, yeah. You're not cracking out the Benjamins for
I
that
was
one.
a crazy kid in elementary school, man.
Look, man, it's hard to roll up a toonie to snort up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to roll with.
That sugar would hit your bloodstream immediately, dude. It was a good little head rush.
Yeah, they're kind of like the Popeyes They're kind of like the Popeyes candy sticks. Of
Oh,
the candy
yeah.
world.
Yeah, you pretend that you smoke.
Yeah.
That just like universally just shows that smoking is cool.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It just is. It just is. It's like, yeah, I was like,
It is.
yeah, I was like telling my dad the other day. Like, honestly, it's a shame that like cigarettes kill people because it's so cool. Every time I see my boss and he's just so tired and downtrodden,
Oh, I've seen a few of those
smoking a
pictures you
cigarette,
sent.
and he's like, that man is 10 million times more tired than I am.
Every time you send that, I always have to think, what is breaking this man? Is there any
The
way we can
Iveco
help him?
But going back to candy. One I always enjoy. I don't know how prolific it is in the States. I think, yeah, well, yeah, you definitely do have them. But it's like tiny little packs of like Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh.
Or like Fuzzy Peaches. Man, those are always great.
Just any of the Maynard's
Like,
candies
I love
in general.
them.
The
Yeah.
special like little sizes they make for like Halloween variety packs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good. Like even Swedish berries, it's kind of lame, but I'll eat them anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. As a kid, I wasn't a huge fan of those, but they have grown on me since.
Yeah. But like, oh man. Little Sour Patch Kids. Or even like, yeah, Skittles as well. Those are always
Ooh,
great.
yeah.
I actually just saw like Skittles the other day at the store, and I'm like, oh my god, they have those in Italy? It's like, they actually have Skittles here? And then I like looked at the price, and I'm like, hell no, I'm not paying that much.
No.
It was like just a normal bag of Skittles, and it was like €4, and I'm like, this is like, it's probably still cheaper than it is like in like a bigger bag, like almost like a chip bag or something like that, like one that you could share.
Oh, damn.
For like €4, but I'm like, yeah, but I could also get like industrial size like German Haribo like gummy bear candies for like €1.50 at Lidl.
Yeah.
But no, those are
Lidl.
yeah. I do like Lidl. Their stuff is nice and affordable, and of relatively decent quality, especially here in Italy, because most of it is from Italy. But anyway, yeah, that's a good candy. It mentioned, the Reese's cup.
Reese's cups.
Reese's
Gotta
Pieces.
find that person and execute him.
And you who worked at the Dairy Queen in Great Falls, Montana, like 10 years ago. You're on the hit list. I want this guy taken out. Clean shot.
Got whacked.
But it, like, kind of tangentially, because they have these all the time, but like those like 1 pound like Reese's cup that are giant.
Oh, those are great.
It's such a disgusting indulgence, but it's wonderful. I have one, and I'm like, man, I could have 10 more of these till I puke, and I'd be happy.
Dude, that's the thing. I eat one, and I think to myself, that's it. I'm gonna die. And then the next day, I could do it again. It's not like that with cream eggs too in Easter. Cream eggs, you have one or two, and you're like,
boy,
no more. And then the next day, you do it all over again.
Nasty. Yeah, man. But we go from that, and we're gonna go, because we talked about some good stuff, and honestly, good stuff.
Wait, worst candy? Twizzlers. Fuck Twizzlers. I hate licorice.
Man, I love licorice though.
No, I'd have to agree with Waves there. Licorice is not.
I hate it. I can't. I'll give you.
Or like just like, because there's the strawberry like Twizzlers, right? Those are the most common Twizzlers you can get.
Yeah.
And tangentially, nibs or nubs, I forget.
Yeah.
Nibs.
Yeah.
Nibs are great. Nibs are like, that was like when I used to hang out with like a buddy of mine, Chase. And I used to hang out at a shop all the time. We used to watch movies and crap. I used to get like at the gas station right by like a ginormous, disgusting bag of nibs, and that'd be my ghetto theater food. It was wonderful. But I will disagree, because I like licorice flavor things. So
What about black
there.
licorice? What about black licorice?
Oh, I love black licorice.
Ooh, oh boy.
I love it. Like, I love Tiger ice cream. Like, yeah. And that's a beloved flavor here in Italy, so people quite like it.
Huh.
So that, yeah, like licorice or like anise, like flavored things. I quite like that. Amaretto or whatever. No, the sambuca. Like sambuca, they love here. The sambuca cherries, they especially love here, and they're delightful. A delightful adult snack to enjoy and indulge. Don't go, children. If you see you see a thing that says sambuca and it's got a bunch of cherries in it, maybe indulge. It's pretty.
yeah, it's good. It's good for you actually. It helps you
That's good,
grow
yeah.
nice, big, and strong.
It's
Good
true.
for the bones.
It's true. You look at like 300-year-old like Vietnamese people, and their secret is like drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes every day.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. But, anyways, so yeah, so for your work, you don't like licorice, huh? Which is fine. It's an acquired taste. I'm saying that with my snottiest nose that I can think of. But yeah, it's an acquired taste. But you got any other ones?
The Skittles that aren't just the regular flavor. The other ones have fucking weird ass flavors in them.
like the tropical
Yeah,
or the berry
those
stuff.
are kind of those are like kind of a buzzkill.
Those are really hit or miss.
Those are kind of a buzzkill. I will say that I really like sour Skittles. Don't like them as much as normal Skittles, but sour Skittles, yeah, I could go for.
Sour Skittles do go hard.
And go pretty hard. Andrew, let's go for worse.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, I mentioned earlier how I wasn't a huge fan of the Maynard's candies until recently, so I would have stolen your Smarties in exchange for the Maynard's candies.
And I think you have. I think we have done that.
Probably. We probably have done
Probably.
that. Would not surprise me. But also Score bars. I don't know what it is
really?
about I don't know what it is about their toffee, but I don't know. There's something off about it for me.
See, I don't really care too much for Score, but it's like not really. You don't get these in your Halloween bag. It would have been pretty cool until it melted. But
Yeah.
like, I love a Score Blizzard.
Ooh.
Those are incredible. I love them. I love that crunchy goodness. But
I like the crunchy goodness. You got to go for turtles there, my guy. Turtles.
oh, I love turtles.
Turtles.
That's the quintessential like Christmas food.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's something that is completely like you can't find it all in Italy naturally, because I think
that sucks.
that's a pretty Canadian thing.
Oh, is
I'm
it
pretty
really?
sure. I think it is.
Waves, are there
I
turtles
think-
down in the States?
Like the animal?
Oh my god.
No, see, there we go. Yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh.
pretty much confirmed it.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
During
What?
Christmas time, is there like a chocolate filled with what is it? Like caramel?
There's caramel and
peanuts and stuff.
Yeah, I think peanuts.
Do you get a chocolate like that? That's called turtles.
Like, get it from where?
They sometimes come in a striped box, like a red and white striped box.
Who would I get it from? Do I buy them at the store?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't think they have
Wow,
it.
we're all learning new things today.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really think so.
Unless
Maybe
you're
like the
talking about
Midwest.
the animal, I don't know anything about a turtle.
Oh, there he is. Nestle.
Maybe
The
it's
original.
Nestle candies, because this is also like the same company that makes the Smarties chocolate candy.
No.
No, but that can't be. 'Cause
Maybe
you guys get like Kit Kat and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love Kit Kat. Oh, Kit Kats rock too. I fucking love Kit Kat.
It's weird how there's a whole bunch of stuff that you don't get.
Yeah. There's a lot of like specifically Canadian things that you can't find.
There's probably
can
a
be
lot of
less
American
that are-
things that we. No, who am I kidding? There are a lot of American things that we don't get. Your soda
Yeah.
flavors, especially.
Like Four Loko, especially when it had booze in it. And it would have been.
It doesn't have booze here anymore either.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Do you know what Four Loko is, Andrew?
No.
Oh man, Waves.
Oh,
you
brother.
explain to him.
All right.
You explain to him.
Your turn to school me.
Monster with alcohol.
Monster
Yeah.
with alcohol.
They used to sell it.
Yeah, essentially.
We could
There
just.
was an energy drink with alcohol, like prepackaged. Not anymore, sadly, but
What type of alcohol? Is it just like vodka? 'Cause we could just make that ourselves.
Like, no, it was like an energy drink that had alcohol in it, so it tasted like an energy drink.
I think Mountain Dew has something like that now, don't they?
Yeah. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I know, like I've had a Four Loko with like booze in it, and it hit hard. It was good. It was like, damn, this is dangerous.
With your heart racing, I imagine you'd probably be jumping off the walls.
No, it's
You
the
wouldn't be able to
diabetes,
recover, of
but,
course, because of the alcohol, but and
yeah,
you take enough of those and you'll probably see God.
no, it's pretty good. Especially like it's like, yeah, I don't mind a Jaeger bomb.
I love Jaeger bombs.
Your bombs are great. Even though like my days of boozing hard is kind of past me, but which is a shame because what's funny, yeah, it's a shame you don't overindulge in alcohol all the damn time.
Especially in Italy.
Just-
Come on, Tom. What are you doing?
Just funny. Well, I was just gonna say is that like my intake of alcohol is actually way higher here in Italy.
Yeah.
And it's not like I party all the time and I drink. It's just like, oh, I have like beer and wine all the damn time. And enjoying that, and it's always great.
Just the quintessential part of an Italian diet.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Cigarettes, they're also an essential part of the Italian diet.
Yeah, it's true. Part of the essential breakfast. Yeah.
It's true. That's what I have every morning when I'm in Italy. I have espresso,
Espresso and Lucky
Cornetti, and a
Strikes.
fucking
Lucky Strikes. Specifically Lucky
some
Strikes?
Lucky Strikes or Marlboro Red.
No.
I like Marlboro Red.
No, my cousin likes Lucky Strikes. My boss also likes...
Strikes aren't bad.
Yeah. And then my boss, he takes Marlboro Golds. But yeah, his is an
Golds
espresso
aren't
Marlboro
bad.
Golds. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Not gonna
I
lie.
love espresso and cigarette.
But it is, yeah. It is a vibe, if you will. That is exquisite. But, yeah, I do not indulge in cigarettes, sadly. I'm gonna say the worst candy. And this is like... This might be a very specific one. Because not every neighborhood has it. And, like, in theory, there should be one in a neighborhood. And depending who you got it, I've only really gotten... I think I've gotten it twice. But... There's always, in every neighborhood, there is the one dentist that will hand you like a toothbrush.
Oh, that doesn't count as candy.
I've had that. That's the worst thing to receive in your bag.
Yes, it is definitely the worst thing to receive in your bag.
It's the biggest buzzkill. The biggest buzzkill, followed by the guy next door handing out entire bottles of pop.
Oh.
That weighed down the bag. That weighed down the sack.
Oh yeah, no. Anytime you get like a can
down
of pop,
quick,
you always have to make a trip back home and then go back out.
Yeah. The sack.
No, you drink that while you're trick-or-treating.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I see. I failed.
That's true.
I was not optimal.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you just you throw it down the drain or something. Like I do with the oil. You just throw it down the drain. But boy. Anyways, we got any more like good or worse candies?
Mars bars.
Let me think.
For good or bad?
For good.
Good?
Yeah.
You know how like we were talking about those like 1 pound Reese's and how like you feel like an omen of doom when you eat one?
Yeah.
That's like me with a Mars bar. I eat one and it's like, this is gonna be a really, really dumb specific reference. You know, like in Persona 5, where like you kill a bunch of people and then it's like the velvet room like turns red. It's like, I eat one of those, I eat a Mars bar and that happens.
It's like your velvet room turns red. You're like, oh no.
Oh, yeah, it's on lockdown. And I'm like, man. There's like those challenges, like, what is the Mars bar challenge? It's like 4 Mars bars or 10?
Well, I don't know about the challenge.
I forget.
I've had them deep fried, but I don't know about any challenge.
I've had them deep fried. No, there's like a Mars bar challenge that's like within a certain amount of time you have to eat like a certain amount of them. I think it's like 10 within a minute or something like that, or within like 5 minutes.
That's way too much. That's too rich.
And it's one of those. I had 2, and I was like, okay, this is impossible. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this at all.
I
like
value my pancreas.
Yeah, no, those are very rich, very like heavy bars. Just funny because like some people say that about Reese's, but it's like nah.
No, it's not the same. It's peanut butter. It's peanut butter. It's better for you.
Yeah, it's peanut. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Which kind of reminds me, and also kind of really tangentially, but man, I wish we had Reese's Puffs here.
You don't have Reese's Puffs?
No. Well, we don't even have Reese's here.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have a lot of peanut butter, much of anything. And pretty much everything in Italy that would be peanut butter, I think, is pretty much replaced with pistachio or pistachios, as they would say everywhere else. Which is kind of like, at first you think it's like really weird, and it's like pistachio like for ice cream, pistachio and like sweets and that. Then you have them like, okay, actually,
Yeah, they're on
they're
something
cooking
here.
here. They're
Here.
cooking. Yeah, let them cook. Let them cook. As the zoomies, as the youngins would say these days. Let them cook. Oh boy, what?
Let him cook.
Waves, you got any good or bad ones?
I'm trying to think here. Let's see. Another bad one. Probably the grandparent candies, the grandma candies, you know, like the little strawberry fucking wrap ones.
I like those. It's always so
like those
cute
ones.
when they give them.
That old people always have.
I like, those it's like berry or strawberry or like lemon candies.
They buy like the
Whatever.
They buy like the huge, like 2 or 3 pound bag at Costco and they just dole them out throughout the year.
Yeah. No, I like those. Those aren't bad. People here in Italy like those types of candies. Or they like ones that are kind of like toffees or whatever. There's like one that's like what's that like herb or whatever. It's the thing they put in like Earl Grey. Is it bergamot?
Bergamo.
Or bergamot?
Bergamo. Yeah, bergamo.
Yeah, bergamot. Yeah, there's like candies with like bergamot in it. They're really good. Which is because I'm not a huge tea guy. You know, I don't say here's the tea. I drink my coffee, but I do like Earl Grey tea because I like bergamot.
Sister Tom, spill the tea, sis.
Yeah, I always think of that stupid bitch in that one video. It's like, here's the tea, and I'm like, man, I hope she ran right into a light pole because she's like driving the car while she's doing that. It's like hitting the camera with the straw. Oh, that video is awful. Oh, who is that? Oh, it's Gallon. Anyway.
I'll say hi to Gallon for us.
You should. Oh, well, I'll say.
Yeah, I should
it's
just
also
say that
his
myself, frankly.
On the recording on this day, Gallon, if you're hearing happy birthday, Gallon.
Oh, happy
I hope
birthday.
you're having a great day. If you listen.
Yeah, happy birthday.
If you listen to this trash. Anyways. But it won't be on your birthday at all. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, happy belated birthday. Whenever you hear this, if you hear this. But no, I think we're good with that one. We're good with candies. We're good with candies. Yeah, we've all come to the unanimous decision that toothbrush is the worst candy. But
yeah, no, that is. I mean, on the one hand, I can see why, and it's a tongue-in-cheek little joke they do.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. Now that I think about it, it's kind of cute. I would still want you dead. I'd still call for your demise.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cute. But and then last one here, which is kind of like 2 different topics, but we're gonna put it into one, which is like our favorite Halloweenie costumes that we've worn throughout the years, or any particular Halloweenie tricks that we pulled on, because it's always trick or treat. Smell my feet. But we don't really get a lot of tricks, which is funny because if you think of slang and what tricks are to the audience out there, if you don't know what tricks are, it's like tricks are like slang for prostitutes.
And then turning a few tricks.
So it always makes it, like Twix or whatever. It's like silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Oh no, don't.
It's just my one statement. I did not
twisted it forever.
If this ever is brought up in a court of law, that was a poorly tasted joke, Your Honor. In the context, but yeah. But anyway, Andrew, we're gonna throw it to you. Any tricks and/or any great Halloweenie costumes that you've worn?
I didn't really have much great costumes now that I think about it, because I typically just dressed as whatever was popular at the time, like going as Woody when Toy Story was out, or dressing up as Batman or Power Rangers and things like that. Let me think. I think probably the most unique costume I wore was once I went as this undead Undertaker, but that was in junior. It was like grade 6 or 7, and no one knows what an Undertaker is at that age, so absolutely no one got it. Oh no, hold on. I actually did kind of ramshackle a makeshift plague doctor costume. That was probably the last time I went trick or treating. That was probably the most work that I put into a costume, and I was very proud of that one. That would have been my favorite one. Going as a DIY plague doctor one time. And yeah.
Nice.
And then as far as tricks go, this one wasn't performed on me, and I didn't do it to anyone else. But it does involve someone in our Discord. I was trick or treating. I was spending Halloween with a couple of friends, Wiggers and this other kid that we were hanging out with back in the day, and we were going trick or treating. And at one of the houses, there were a whole bunch of probably like college guys, and they gave myself and the other kid some candy. But when they went to Wiggers, for whatever reason, they gave him a fucking onion. They just said, "And you get an onion." So as far as worst candy goes, we're bringing it back. That was probably the worst candy for him. They just gave him a fucking onion. Wiggers was not impressed. They actually shoved that onion into the tailpipe of one of their cars, and then we just fucking ran. We were running.
Oh boy!
We got back to
That's
the kids.
funny.
We got back to the kids' house and then played Arkham Asylum for the rest of the evening.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Nice.
God,
Man.
that was great.
It's funny, if I got an onion now, I'd be pretty stoked.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I'd be like, yeah, if I got or a clove of garlic, man. Waves, you got any costumes or tricks?
Oh, I've gone as Freddy from Scooby-Doo.
Nice.
You would make a great Freddy. Called an ascot.
It's called an
you old
ascot.
whore.
Damn, it's stylish.
Ascot. I've done some other things. I don't usually dress up. I don't usually do anything for Halloween. I just kind of enjoy it myself.
Yeah. No, especially these days. Yeah, like I don't think I've. When I
I'll
was
be going to a haunted house soon.
Ooh.
I will say I haven't gone to one of those in years. And I want to go to
I'd
one.
like to go in that.
Yeah. No. Here in Italy, nothing's haunted.
Yeah, absolutely
It's
nothing.
It's too Catholic. Everything's been smited. Everything's been exorcised. There's no spookies here.
That's right.
There you go. In that regard, it's funny because like one of the original topics, but I needed to do a lot of research for it because I wanted to tell a story that some of my family had. But one of the thing we were going to talk about and this might be like the biggest like case of like blue balling ever in a TomCast episode. We're gonna talk about like the supernatural and like whether we believe it or not, or like any supernatural like events or like things that have happened to us.
Oh,
but
Tom.
We'll
No
leave
mas.
We'll leave.
No mas.
Yeah, we'll leave. No mas. I always think of that. Which is kind of tangentially related every time we go to the States, and it's like, what's on the TV? It's always Toonami, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives,
Yeah.
or like Zach Baggins' Ghost Adventures.
We always cycle between those three.
Yeah, and the hotels. That's great. And always, yeah, especially if we're down in the States. But no, but yeah, we're gonna talk about the supernatural. We'll leave that for next year. Because yeah, it'll be probably very different answers all around. But anyway, man, I completely lost my train of thought.
Costumes or tricks?
Costumes or tricks?
And not the nasty tricks. We know what you're thinking. Get your head out of the gutter.
No. yeah, not those kinds of tricks. Yeah, you could see them all year, sadly. But no, for tricks, man, like not really like a Halloweeny trick, but we did this in October. There is a friend of ours that you might also know him, like Andrew. I'm not gonna say his last name, of course, but like Kevin. Actually, you probably did, because he worked at Staples.
Oh, probably.
Kevin, I'm just gonna say, so I don't have to say his last name. Kevin loves, still to this day, Apple stuff.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
The biggest trick we probably pulled, and this was a recurring trick, so it's not even like a Halloween trick or whatever, is that like we used to pull like pranks on him all the damn time. And like, especially in high school, where like we would take millions of post-it notes and we'd post-it note his whole car. Like his VW Jetta, like we covered the entire thing in post-it notes. And one time, it was in October, me and a buddy of mine, we walked into Staples and we asked him directly to his face, "Hey Kevin, how many bags or like how many like packages of post-it notes do you think it would take to cover a whole car in post-it notes?" And he unironically told us like, oh, probably like 10 or 11 or something like that, or some number. And we went and we immediately found his car in the parking lot and we just post-it noted his car right there.
Oh yeah. I think I've heard this.
That's like probably,
I know
it's
exactly
not even a
who you're
Halloween
talking about
trick,
now.
but it happened in October. It happened in October. So that's close enough. But man, for Halloweeny costumes, the costume I've like probably put the most effort into and I was quite really impressed with was for a Halloween party. I want to say almost probably like 7-8 years ago. I went in as Naked Snake, aka Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid.
You were a
so
Naked
like I got
Snake?
the bandana. Yeah, those Naked Snake. No, but yeah, I was basically playing or not playing. I went as him. I had like a BB like Makarov that I like brought with me.
Nice.
I had like holsters and stuff like that. I had like the rigging. I had like stuff like I had the bandana and like the eye patch, and I think
there you go.
I think I'm gonna find and post it. I don't have I had a K-bar knife and all that, and I brought it to a party. It was great, wonderful even. It was a great costume. It was really fun. A lot of people like loved it. One that Andrew will probably remember is that I think it was for grade 12. It was in high school for sure. But me and a friend of ours, and we had on the show few episodes back, episode 5, James. I went as the engineer from Team Fortress 2, and he went as Scout.
Yes,
and
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. But I didn't have the hard hat. I had because my engineer, still to this day in Team Fortress 2, he has the Texas 10 gallon, so I just had a giant cowboy hat. But I still had like the goggles and all that.
Overalls.
And so and the overalls. And so like
That's awesome.
it was no, that was great. That was a great costume. I really liked it. I remember there was a mutual friend of ours, Andrew and I, that put, let's just say, way more effort into his Scout costume.
Oh,
that
I know
same
who you're
year.
talking about. Yeah, he's
that same year,
he was
and
a
it was
character.
funny because people wanted to take pictures with me and James more than him.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He put like 10 times more effort into his costume than James did, but yeah, no, that guy's a character. That guy's an incredible like character.
Oh
but
boy.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much what I got here. I don't know. Do we got any more things to say, fellas? Waves, did you get any, even back in the day, any costumes that you think were cool that you did?
Buzz Lightyear. I went as Jesse from Toy Story. Not Woody, but Jesse.
Really?
Oh my.
Okay, that's an interesting twist.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's still a cowboy.
A NASCAR
oh my god,
driver.
Cowgirl. Man, I wish James was here. There is an incredible cowgirl story to talk about, James, but I'll leave that for an episode.
What kind of cowgirl are we talking about here?
Like grade 4 or 5, like Christmas play like cowgirl, cowboy type stuff.
Oh.
Like, I'll find after this episode, I'll find an image and I'll send it to you, like ancient stuff. But man, if James was here, he would know exactly what we're talking about. But
we should bring him back.
Yeah, we should bring him back. But yeah, he's too busy being a dad.
Yeah. the old battle axe and literal
a real battle axe.
Yeah, but
I don't mean it, James's wife. I don't mean it. I like you.
Yeah, we all love you, but not as much as James does, of course.
Obviously,
but,
obviously.
You know what we're saying.
Obviously.
But, yeah. One costume I remember. Andrew might remember this because we basically went to like school together for a good few years. I think I wore like the same alien, like gray alien costume, like 3 or 4 times.
I think I have an idea.
Yeah. It's long gone by now, and I'm not sure. My mom might have pictures of it, but it was just this like goofy little like gray alien that like like, you know, if he goes like me beady boo, like, those gray aliens. And then in junior high, I think I went as like a couple years as like this giant, like the costume was just basically like a giant like chip bag. I think
I do remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah, I did that one a couple times, I think. But apart from that, in recent years, when it's just like me staying home handing out candies, basically like the postal dude. I just get my bathrobe and I get like shorts and then like my greasiest looking t-shirt, and I just do the postal dude. And no, only one person got it. Only one person got it. And this was when I was living not too far away from you, Andrew, back in a couple years back.
Yeah.
When we were when people were trick-or-treating. The only people that like properly guessed that I was the postal dude when trick-or-treating were 2 chicks, and their costumes were Meat Wad and Master Shake.
Well, of course they would know then.
That's
and that
dope.
was like, that was one, just when you open the door, dopest costumes the entire night. Where I was gonna be like, I'm just gonna give you all the candy because I freaking love Aqua Teen so much. And then, granted, I haven't done it, but I'm very tempted one day, especially when I start like balding pretty good, to basically just go Carl. Just be Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Because that guy's just literally me. But yeah, these two chicks were like like from college or university, and that they came in as Meat Wad and Master Shake. And and there was like, it's like, are you that guy from Postal? And I'm like, oh my god,
these are my people.
These are my people. These are my people. Like, hey, would you like to come in? I got a fancy spaghetti meal.
That's it. Yes.
Fancy spaghetti meal.
Not lying about those spaghetti meals. Those were good. Ooh.
Come on. Oh boy. But I think we have a pretty decent episode so far, fellas. I don't know. You guys all pretty pleased with this Halloweenie episode?
Yeah, I'd say so. Or maybe just real quick, everybody's like a favorite like horror game or Halloweenie game.
Sure, why not? Andrew, you go first because you don't play these. And I want to hear.
Oh yeah. Hear my takes on the horror Halloweenie games. The one thing that all right, let me try and think about this. Let me think about horror games that I've actually played.
You want us to double back on you later?
That might be a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, Waves, you go first if you got one on your mind.
Yeah, I always love Amnesia: The Dark Descent and Cry of Fear.
Oh my god.
2 very classic
Cry
games.
of Fear is such a like intense game. It's so wonderful. Like, there is like no other game where it's like it has so many jump scares, but it just works, and it works because there's a jump scare every 2 seconds. And you're just like, when it goes boo and it startles you, it doesn't give you the time to unstartle yourself. It just keeps going. That's a crazy, crazy wild game. For me, it could be very obvious and just say like a million different horror games that I love to play. Usually every Halloween I like to play through my classic like PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 like survival horror games. Like I always love this year I only went through just through 3 this year. I didn't go through all of them like I usually would like to do. I'd like to play through like the Silent Hill games or Resident Evil. But this year I only played through Silent Hill 3 on PS2. But for a Halloween game that I love to play, and I always I got to play a teeny bit in the last couple weeks, and it's mostly just an old save that I still have going that I haven't really finished, but I love playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines around Halloweenie season. That's like a perfect Halloweenie game. And if you know who Jeanette Vorman is, she's perfect and I love her so much. She's the most wonderful, greasy, slimy hoe, and I love. Voiced by Grey Delisle as well, so it's wonderful. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, go play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, you idiot. And then I guess another one very recently, because I really only started playing it after the Mandalore video, but I do like Mystery of the Druids. I've played a couple times in October, and I like a lot of like adventure games I like playing in Halloweenie season. Like I like playing that. I love playing Grim Fandango like in October. Because they're just all skeletons. So like yeah, I like to kind of give a more unorthodox answer instead of just spookies. Yeah, I love like adventure games like that in the Halloweenie season.
Pretty good.
Do you think of any, Andrew?
Well, the issue for me is like I didn't typically have any sort of game that I set aside for Halloween, and every time I hang out at your place or at any one of our other friends' places for Halloween, it was always you kind of playing the survival horror, and all of us just sitting around boozing, snacking, and watching, or playing Eldritch Horror, things like that. So probably the only game that like we played specifically for Halloween was like Arkham Asylum that one time all those years ago. That's the one thing that's probably still burned into my memory as a Halloween game. Like I guess that technically counts. It takes place around Halloween, I think. Then and yeah, I played it on Halloween specifically with the express purpose of doing so. So yeah, I'd say Arkham Asylum.
That's a good answer. That is a good
one.
That's a good Halloweenie game, and then Arkham City is a good like kind of almost Christmas game.
Yeah.
Because it takes place in the middle of kind of winter and that. Which is, it's funny because I was playing through earlier this year. I was playing through the Arkham games. I got through halfway through Arkham City, and then basically all a bunch of new games started dumping, and then it just never stopped, and it still hasn't stopped.
Yep. Funny how that goes.
This year has been a pretty wild year for games. But anyway, Eldritch Horror is a great example, even though it's not a video game. That's like a perfect Halloweeny like October season board game, man. Eldritch Horror is fun.
Oh, it's
fun,
great.
Fun to play.
I definitely prefer that more than Arkham Horror, which probably more people are familiar with.
Oh, Eldritch Horror is way better than Arkham Horror, in my opinion.
But definitely better.
Yeah, FFG people that know what this stuff is. Fun, because you have gone through it, and it has been kind of a shared experience. I will say, Andrew, what did you think of that time? Because I think you were there, and Wiggers was there. Well, it was at his house. But we ran through a pretty... I think you were there for all of Silent Hill, the first one. Granted, you weren't playing it, I was playing it, but what do you think of that experience? Even just watching it?
Oh boy, like even though, because that was the one on the original PlayStation, right?
Yeah, it was PS1.
Yeah, even with like the dated graphics and the tank, or maybe the tank controls added to it, but like it still definitely holds up in terms of the spooky factor and the horror factor. Because I mean, like just take the soundtrack alone, where they're meshing together like dentist instruments and babies crying, like that alone is creepy as all hell, and just paired up with the creatures jumping at you from the fog. Bringing back to John Carpenter's Fog, and just all together, it was a creepy experience for me. Even though I was just a passenger along for the ride. Yeah.
No, I remember. Yeah, that you were just sitting there, and it's just like, man, I'm not even playing this, and I'm like tensed up, and it's just like me sitting here, and it's like. This is like survival horror games to me are like therapeutic.
Yeah, no, you were completely relaxed. I was the one who had like the hair standing on the back of the neck. You were perfectly fine. I don't know what anyone else was doing. They were probably all busy drinking.
Yeah. No, that's like another time, like in when we were in the house close to you. And I was doing that like Dylan and like Drek were like watching me play through like Silent Hill 2. And like these disgusting monsters would like crawl around and crawl under cars. And I'd be like, oh, come on, man. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. And Drek's just sitting there like bug-eyed, like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, just like, holy hell, freaking out. And it's tangentially, I remember I had I made a former drug addict had a mental breakdown or a panic attack because I played the Silent Hill soundtrack. Which, I mean, it's like, you know, I can get it, especially if you're like, you were, you know, like hard into substance abuse and stuff like that. The Silent Hill soundtrack would probably like wig you out pretty bad.
Oh, it's just so unnerving on its own.
I love it. And it's funny because like the first Silent Hill, like, I don't listen to that much anymore, because like a lot of the tracks are really just kind of like that, or atmospheric tracks. Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4, like those soundtracks I listen to all the time, because they're both atmospheric, and then Akira Yamaoka has a lot of like acoustic tracks that go with it. And especially the acoustic tracks where Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is singing. And those tracks, like, I love those tracks. I listen to them all the damn time. But yeah, those are kind of my answers. Waves, did you say yours? I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I did.
No.
Cry of Fear and
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Cry of Fear and then Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Which is a fun one. That is a fun one. But oh boy. Anyways, fellas, nice little tangent here at the end. Are we satisfied with our little Halloweeny season?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Andrew, what do you think we're all good?
Oh yeah. And I know you gotta get to bed.
Can I go back to my coffin?
Yeah, go back to your coffin.
You know, I'm sick and tired of spending this entire night. Even though I'm a vampire and I should be up at night, I'm super tired.
You're all draining me. I can't take it anymore.
I'm tired of asking people so I can enter the house and suck their blood.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I want to suck your cock.
Almost time for Halloween. Don't come to my house.
These new vampires are getting pretty crazy.
This is the wrong part of Transylvania. But no, this was this was a fun episode. Man, I love Halloween. This was a good little episode.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
Then,
that's fun to reminisce.
then,
Halloween rock.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun to reminisce. And then, as always, probably we'll set it up next year. Maybe, who knows? But, Waves used to be a streamer. Not anybody important. Otherwise, we'd be loaded with cash, piggybacking off his fame. But, it's one of those that, like, yeah, like, I think maybe not this year, but in years, or maybe next year, I would definitely love to do, like, a Cry of Fear, like, stream where we're all hanging out or something like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
or like Amnesia.
Yeah,
yes!
Boy.
Oh, man, we could get Andrew on here. He would freak out at that game.
That would be so fucking good.
I'm glad I'm
That'd
just
be
an
fun.
endless source of entertainment for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. What's funny, because, yeah, like, if you don't get it, there's, like, kind of 3 levels of, like, horror. There's, like, yeah, Andrew, which is, like, yeah, cute little baby. He's a little baby. He, like, barely plays anything. There's Waves, which is probably, like, just normal guy, and then freaks like me that are, like, this is therapeutic. This makes me chill out. But, yeah, so that'd be a fun co-op experience, because it'd be like 3 different things. But yeah, we might have to do that next year. But yeah, I hope the audience out there really liked it. I hope you got if I get it out by then. If not, oops, I'm sorry, this is November, but who cares? Yeah, I hope you got your remote on. I hope you're watching a scary movie. Yeah.
In November.
Scary movies for November.
Yeah.
Scary
Yeah.
movies.
Which is funny, because we have been watching scary movie, the like comedy scary movies that are so funny and they're so trash. I love the Wayne brothers. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
This one's a screamer. Man, I love those movies. Yeah, and we're gay. I'm not gay. What about the trip to San Francisco? Yeah, I wanted to go grab some clothes. Man, I love those movies. But anyways, gang, it's great to have you all together. You guys got any parting words? Any final words? Before the noose goes over your head. And we all die.
We all die.
One corpse.
2 corpse.
This is
3 corpse. Yeah, only regular parting word. Yeah, grand old time hanging with you guys. Make sure you watch the other episodes. Make sure you watch the other stuff on Tom the Chosen One channel. Lots of good stuff waiting for you guys. A lot of spooky stuff too, in keeping with the season.
Yeah, there's been not this year, because I've been super busy the last couple months, but there are tons of horror stuff if you're into that. Horror is one of my favorite genres, so like there's tons and tons and tons of videos of horror games out there. So Waves, you got anything? Any parting words?
No, they're just the usual. Everybody stay safe, enjoy Halloween, and then also, if you're in the States, Thanksgiving, that's coming up.
That's true.
Gotta love
That's true.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy
Canada,
Thanksgiving, you guys.
Thanksgiving already having. So I have nothing to be thankful for.
Yeah,
So we don't have that in Italy. But I eat turkey anyways, because I'm a fat bastard.
But Italy gets Ferragosto, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like here, they call it the Festa di Ringraziamento, but they just don't have it. And I asked, like, people, and it's like, well, it's like, why don't you have Thanksgiving? And every Italian will say without fail, because they're stupid jokesters, they will always say, we have nothing to be thankful for. It's always funny. Like, especially my boss will say that, but
There you go.
anyway. Like in the Thriller music video. Very Halloween.
Oh, Vince Price.
Yeah.
Ooh, very good.
I like eat it. I mean beat it. But anyway. Oh man. No, but yeah, so yeah, everybody who's been here, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay safe, enjoy Halloween, or if this episode comes out after Halloween, as it usually probably will. I hope you all had an enjoyable Halloweeny season. And yeah, we'll catch you for more episodes down the road later. So you guys, take it easy.